Hey, Sugar Britches, honey. Listen, how you doing? I'm doing good, honey. I'm just out on the terrace having me a little lunch, and it got me thinking about something, and I just want to talk to you for a second. So now, you know how there's all those people out there who they're real concerned about who's trans and who's gay and who's doing this and who's doing that? Well, what I got to thinking about, honey, is I just don't understand that, because ultimately it doesn't really affect them so much, and it's kind of like going out to eat with somebody. Bear with me on this, okay? I got a point. Have you ever been out to eat with somebody, honey, and it's like a nice steakhouse? You sit down and the server comes over and asks what you want. And I place my order, and see, I always order my steak chef's choice on temperature, honey, because he knows the cut of meat and he wants to make sure it's yummy and my tummy goodness, okay? And so I'm gonna trust the person who knows what they're talking about to make the decision for me on that, because I think that's the best way. But I have been at dinner with somebody before, hon, and they ordered like a $75 steak, and next thing you know, honey, they tell them they want it well done. And I just think that that's blasphemous. I think that's against Jesus. I think that that is just rude to the meat. And there's one thing I'm never gonna do is be rude to some meat. Never mind. But you know, even though I don't agree with their choice in temperature for their meat, hon, and the way they live their life, I don't tell them about it. You know why? Because it's none of my business and I ain't gotta chew it. I guess you could say I don't have to put their meat in my mouth. It's funny because it's inappropriate. But if you think about it, hon, all these people running around, honey, worrying so much about how other people ordering their meat, it just don't make no sense. It doesn't. Because at the end of the day, they ain't gotta chew it. They ain't gotta taste it. And it doesn't affect them in one little iota. What is an iota? Anyway, my point is, while we go through life, there's a lot of things I don't understand. There's a lot of things I don't agree with, hon. But ultimately, it doesn't affect the way that my life works, honey. The world's still gonna turn, okay? So listen, next time you're going through life and you see somebody and you think to yourself, self, I don't agree with their way of life. Just take you a step back real quick and ask yourself, do you have to chew their meat? You don't, honey, you don't. You don't have to chew it, you don't have to taste it. Okay, listen, hon, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. This salad ain't gonna eat itself. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go with God, and I want you to call your mama and ask her if she cares how somebody else orders their steak. I bet she don't. I bet she don't, honey. Okay, I'll talk to you later, hon. Bye.